I think Penny is cold and trying to find the last bit of morning warmth.
-2 last night. You're right there. Oh, Penny, you're shaking. It's not that cold.
She's lying.
Oh my goodness. You city dog. You hungry?
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
I'm Roger.
And I'm Joe.
And this is Go Roger and Joe.
Thank you so much for being here.
We've been traveling around the world for the last 15 years, and we just started this channel in hopes that you will come along with us.
So join us on this leg of our journey as we travel the UK waterways on our Narrowboat Spirit and on land with our Dodge Ram and Scout Truck.
With you and I, the future is bright.
Currently, we're moored right outside Swanley Bridge Marina, which is only a couple of miles from Nantwich. Nantwich is the town that we visited in the past. It has one of our absolute favourite restaurants, St. Martha's Greek Taverna. If you're ever in the area, you absolutely have to check this place out. The food is phenomenal.
Nantwich is an ancient town in Cheshire that has roots in Roman times. Salt production was the key industry for centuries. Its name actually means stream of the white salt pit in Welsh because it is a Welsh border town.
One of our absolute favourite things about living on a narrowboat is that your home is where you moor it. There are so many towns and villages and cities worth visiting in the UK, and the medieval market town of Nantwich in Cheshire is definitely one of those places. Nantwich is famous for the medieval timbered buildings dotted around the town. But let's be honest, Roger and I usually visit a place based on food, so keep watching for a couple of hidden gems that Roger and I found while we were in Nantwich that we would highly recommend you visit.
You're acting like we're foodies or something. Actually, I guess that's because we are. So while it's true that we do tend to follow our bellies and our noses to the best food places, we also love the beautiful architecture that England has to offer. And Nantwich is no exception. Like this shop right here at A.T. Welch, they are butchers, delicatessen, mini grocery, and an amazing coffee shop. But I'll let the owner and other Roger to tell you all about it.
Room that perhaps made pork pies, another little room for black puddings, another room for making brawn and pressed ham, and it'd just be sort of a room after a room after a room. My parents bought it, and we've got, especially on my mother's side, I've got the experience with the grocery side, so we just sort of, I can't remember all this, it was all just knocked through into to what we've got today. The shop has just grown and grown and grown.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We can't go any further back, and we can't go any further to the side. So this is it now, because we've bought whatever land we can buy.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're going to go up now.
And if the shop itself wasn't interesting enough, take a little step through this doorway back in time to this vintage cafe and tea room.
This place is so cool. I couldn't believe my eyes, and I couldn't believe we found it randomly.
Since we like to be adventurous, there was one thing on the menu that neither of us had ever tried before, so I worked on convincing Roger that it was time to give it a go.
I would have one look at it and I'd be like, yeah, no.
Really? I think
It looks like
ham.
It looks like a bunch of tongues put together.
It is, yeah.
Would you recommend putting mayonnaise on the sandwich or mustard, or what would you put on it?
Some may put mustard, but I just like it as it is, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, you get the flavour of the tongue then, rather than destroying it with.
Yeah, it's good.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, maybe
it comes in a can. The tongue, £6 tin.
Really?
I'll show you one if you like.
£6 tin.
Yeah,
It's massive.
I'll show you. I will get you one.
Oh, thank you. Look at that.
Ox tongue. It's from England. They make it. They make it here. So I have an ox tongue sandwich, and homemade sausages made here from the butcher.
What's in the pot?
Mayonnaise, and then I have their 3-egg, fully loaded omelet with bacon, ham, tomato, onion, and cheddar cheese.
It's huge. He looks nervous.
Okay, folks, I wasn't just looking nervous, I was nervous. But right now I'm thinking, no way.
It is like corned beef. It tastes like sliced corned beef. Maybe a different texture of corned beef. Corned beef is more mushy. This has a more like ham texture. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yay. The next morning saw us up bright and early, heading over to the marina to help Chris and Sally get their boat ready to come out of the water. Well, almost everyone was up bright and early. A little bit of shuffling things around on the roof, and then, once again, time for coffee. After spending the winter at Blackwater Meadows Marina in Ellesmere, Swanley Bridge Marina feels absolutely huge. Although it's not the biggest marina out there, it does still hold over 300 boats. What's happening, Chris?
Well, we're hanging around whilst the trailer has got a puncture, and so we're waiting for a company to come and replace the or repair the puncture, and then they'll pull us back out of the water. But it's been a long wait all day.
With a plan to cheer Chris and Sally up after all the delays, we headed back into Nantwich to Bondi's Bagels, and boy were we really glad that we did. Alright, what is this?
Well, they say it is a real homemade American style bagel. Filled with salted beef, pickles, cheese, mustard. I'm happy. Here I go. Sauerkraut.
Let's have a look. What a mess. And you've already got half of it down your shirt.
That's a good bagel.
Out of 10?
10.
10?
Nice chewy bagel. It's lovely. That's all bagel should be.
And even though she was super busy, the lovely owner Paige popped outside to have a chat with us about her business.
So my name's Paige Bond, and my business that we've just recently opened is Bondi's Bagels.
Brilliant. Why bagels?
I love bagels. So basically my experience is like coffee shops, area managing coffee shops, but bagels was the one. I started baking them when I left my old job, and now we've got our own baker and it's just took off.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
How long have you been open?
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Yeah,
and
very new.
She's very busy as well.
I know.
So which
I've got 2
bagel?
minutes for this.
Yeah, exactly. 2 minutes. Which bagel are you most proud of?
The salt beef.
The one that I ate, and
So you picked the right one.
I picked the right one.
Yeah,
It
it
was
is a
absolutely
favourite.
stunning.
100%.
That's amazing. Well, we recommend people definitely come visit you.
Oh,
and
thank you
You may
so
end up
much.
having to open a bigger shop in the end.
Well, yeah, the room's limited, but we can squeeze everyone in.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
nice to meet you.
Take
Thank you.
care.
And since they were so good, we had to get a sneaky pudding bagel and a couple to take home as well.
So let me tell you what's going on. Chris and Sally are taking their boat out because every few years people need to take their boats out of the water to inspect the hull and recover the hull with bitumen or two-part epoxy. Chris and Sally are going to use bitumen. This process is called blacking the hull. We're going to be helping them to complete this process over the next week. We're going to sand it down, put a couple coats of this sticky tar-like substance in a frame. We may even have some fun along the way. And then we will move on.
Thank you so much for joining us this week. Join us again next week for more boaty, floaty, foodie adventures and some exciting channel updates. And if you're enjoying this channel, please do like and subscribe. It is completely free and it helps us to create more content.
See you next week.